Hey, welcome to Men on Scandal. This is our look at every episode of Scandal from a male perspective. I'm Tony Scott. In New York City is Mark Clark. In the nation's capital is Troy Johnson. This episode, fellas, is called No More Blood. We had enough of that last week, I think.
Was that
Thank
what
you,
the
Huck.
FCC said in response to...
you know what? It may have been.
After last week's show?
Man, last week was like, man. But we begin with the deal, the exchange, the selling of Olivia Pope to the Iranians. And they're out. Where exactly did they go and do this exchange? Was it in Iraq or was it in the San Fernando Valley? Which one was it, man?
Yeah, somewhere in New Mexico.
Yeah.
You know it was in America.
Yeah.
There are too many GMC trucks.
And all the steering wheels were on the left side. We all know over there that they're on the right. Anyway, Olivia tells Gus, look, this is an ambush. You know, and he's starting to, he's like, wait a minute. Nah, it's not an ambush. and then, she tells the buyers it's a setup. I didn't even know Olivia Pope was bilingual. She speaks Farsi.
Yeah.
See, I mean, wow, that was nothing wrong with that. I think being bilingual is great, but it turns out Olivia's plan worked.
Well, let this be a lesson to all you want-to-be criminals. You need to learn some different languages.
That's right.
If you want to take it to the next level, you must be multilingual.
That's right.
Gus had nothing coming. He was like, do you speak Farsi? No, I don't. Well, they said your mama got a dress on. You better run. Oh, no, we got to go. Wait a minute.
Unprepared.
He didn't have anybody in his camp who could interpret except the person who he was selling.
Yes.
That wasn't very smart.
Well, here's another thing. I thought a hostage was supposed to have their mouths bound and tied up. You're supposed to be quiet. You can't be asking a hostage question.
Yeah.
Hey, what do you think about this? You're about to sell me. Let me break this Farsi out.
You know? I mean, Olivia's like, excuse me, miss. Excuse me, miss. Miss, excuse me, miss. Hold on a second. Can I ask you something? That was crazy. So the plan worked. Olivia's plan worked, though. You're a hostage and you're still working your plan. Mm-hmm. That's incredible. So
that's why she had that little smile that looked back like.
I think I did. I thought I heard when she turned around.
You might have.
Abby wants to know what the meeting was about, and Cyrus keeps telling her, "I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about." Mm-hmm. You know, because she wants to know about Olivia, her best friend. By the way, somebody put in the comments they couldn't believe that we didn't think Abby was Olivia's best friend. Which one of y'all said that last week?
I did. Abby's on steroids now all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Fighting for her friend. Let me tell you something. I love
it's
you.
A one-way street.
Yeah, I love you guys. I wouldn't be fighting like Abby fought for Olivia.
you
pushing indoors, the CIA, the damn, president's room. I mean, no, Troy needs to. Where's Troy?
So
at least we know where we stand, Tony.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Thanks, Mark.
Melly breaks it down for Andrew, and she tells him, "Here's the amnesty agreement." And he's like, I ain't signing that. But she tells him, she says, you know what? You've always been the other guy. The also ran, I think she called him. Damn. Good, you're good, fine, but never great. This is as high as you fly. If you go any higher, you're going to get shot down. I'm thinking, damn.
Let's go.
And, of course, he comes back with, no thing, man. Because, I'll tell a reporter what kind of freak you are. It's like, you like it rough. You like the filthy names. You moan loud. I'll tell the world. Because you will never be president.
Yeah. He said, if I'm not going to be president, you ain't going to be president, baby.
That's right. Yeah. That's crazy, man. I mean, he came back strong.
She broke out the, what's my man, not Tommy, what's his name? The actor who's always cool. She was like, okay. I guess so. All right, so we'll see.
Tommy Lee Jones?
Tommy Lee Jones?
Tommy Lee Jones. Okay. She let him have that moment because that's the second time he came back on her. She kind of let it pass.
Yeah. That's because she knows it's coming.
Yeah.
She don't know how it's coming, but she knows it's coming. So the president is readying his rescue plan for Olivia, and the CIA director says, you know what, I got another plan. Let me explain something to you. If we do this, this, and this, then this, and this is going to happen. And if we rescue Olivia, there's only a 30% chance this is going to work. And Fitz is like, so? So go get her.
Let's go.
Go get her. 30%? Well, there's still a chance then. Go get her, right?
Cyrus is losing his mind while he's hearing all this, too.
Man, we're in the Oval Office watching Fitz tell Cyrus that he thinks that they're underestimating special forces in this rescue of Olivia Pope. And then Cyrus goes in on Fitz. He says, you moron, you child. The finest minds of our government tell you what needs to happen, and still. I built you from the ground up. You're all that I have to show for my life. I made you a warrior. I made you a king. I made you a leader of men. And this is what you leave me with. And then Cyrus says, I quit. And then he wakes up from the daydream and goes, excellent points. All excellent points. I was like, because when Cyrus was going in, I was going, it's about damn time. It's about time, man.
I thought Cyrus was sitting there thinking, who is this black chick going in on the president? I was sitting there thinking, what? But no, yeah. For a minute there, I thought, wow, Cyrus. But of course,
man. No. I was like, oh, man, what happened? A dream. It was all a dream.
Yes.
So Melly tells Elizabeth North she needs to do something about Andrew. You need to do something about Andrew. And Liz is not sure what she can do. And Melly tells her, you know what? I slept with that filthy dirtbag to save your life. To save your child's life.
Get on board, sister.
That Huck animal grated your back like a piece of cheese. So it's time to pay the piper. Time to pay up, baby.
Oh, man, her back has been cracked off.
But
I keep telling you, man, she keeps acting like it didn't happen.
Man.
Hi, Millie, how are you? That back is still on fire. It should be. Jeez.
There ain't a salve in the world that's going to save that back, man.
Goodness gracious.
I don't care how much stuff Atkins and Atkins she takes. That is not. I don't care how much. I don't care how much her grandmother put Mercurochrome on her back. It was not.
She should be looking like Shrek, for real. It should be swollen up like.
Man. No patting on the back with her, man. No. Because somebody touches her back, they're going to say, what the hell you got under your blouse? What is that? Yeah. So,
that picture of the slave with the lashes on his back, he was like, damn, girl. Your back's a mess.
On Black History Month, man. That's
wow.
You little homage.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Oh, my goodness.
So Huck's ready to get back on the dark side of the net for the auction. And Jake and Huck have this moment together where Jake is trying to explain to Huck that something's wrong with you, man. So he tells Huck that everything B613 did to you, they did to me. And then Jake tries to take it to another level, which is totally unbelievable. But Jake says, warm blood on your hands feels good, doesn't it? Feels good to me. If you snap a bone in just the right way, it hits you right here. And then if you lick their tears when that happens, oh, man. He says they warped me too. But I never let the beast out. And you have to keep your guy in too, Huck. And to me, it's like, there's no way I believed that Jake, even though they both went through something similar with the B613 thing, there's no way that as far as crazy goes, that Jake is on Huck's level. There's just no, because there's hardly anybody who's on Huck's level of craziness. No. I just didn't believe that. Nice attempt to try and, try to reach him. I give him points for that, but I don't think Jake is anywhere near Huck crazy.
I don't know, man. I don't know, Tony. I'm going back to last week when, Jake skillfully just took that head off like he was just picking his toenail. Let me have the knife.
Yeah, well.
Like he was doing some brie and crackers. And Tony, can't forget when he took out David and all those people, the poor little Asian lady, remember when he murdered like 7 people, and they were just like on the bus stop, like, I don't know. I'm not going to down his craziness. Man.
Okay, all right, okay, point taken.
I think the X factor is Jake's getting laid a lot more than Huck is.
Well,
he's got an outlet.
Yeah.
Right. He lets his beast out in no way.
Yeah. Yes.
You know, he's not doing it. Huck doesn't really have much going on.
No.
The computer and that bag of knives.
The bag of torture.
Tricks.
The bag of torture. So Quinn has her moment with Huck, and she tells him, you know, you may be Liv's puppy, but I'm your puppy.
Aww.
And if we lose Liv, you can't kill anyone. You can't do that anymore. What you did, you can't do that anymore. You got to promise. And he promises he's not going to do that. And just when he says, I promise, Elizabeth North comes into the OPA offices and says she wants to talk to Huck. Can we speak and you won't do anything to me? So, you know, it takes a lot of nerve to go and want to have a conversation who did what he did to her.
Yes.
You know? But she tells Huck about the vice president's amnesty deal. And she offers to pay Huck to do whatever he does to Andrew. You got free reign and full creative control. Just make him pay, make him hurt. And Huck says, sorry, I don't do that anymore. He kept his promise. And he walked away.
No more blood.
No more blood, right? Hey, the auction is back up again, though. The auction is up for Olivia Pope's life, her being, her services. You can do whatever the hell you want with her if you win the bidding. Fitz tells the CIA director that we need to do, Cyrus tells the CIA director we need to do what Fitz can't do. You know, and Abby sees them coming out of a meeting, and Cyrus tells Abby that if Olivia's sold, then she's going to have to die. That's it. That's just the right play. That's the right move. We have to do it that way because she knows too much. And no one will survive that kind of torture. So we might as well just put her out of her misery now, I guess is what his point is.
Yeah, well, he's also saying that Fitz needs to be president again.
Yeah.
because with us hanging over his head, he can't do what he needs to do.
True.
All this is making him dance like a monkey at the county fair. He's distracted.
So let's see. Huck, Quinn, and Jake are bidding under the name Marie Wallace, Mama Pope's alias. And they bid $1.75 billion. And then Marie Wallace is outbid. So then they bid $2 billion, and Russia matches that. So the bidding ends in a tie. So what happens when the bidding ends? Is there a super playoff round? Is there a sudden death playoff bidding? I mean, what goes on there?
Well, you know, with these clowns that are running this auction, they're a little too giddy. You know, unprofessional. Yeah. It's all about the church, baby.
So Gus asks Olivia, what should they do? Olivia says to take Marie Wallace's bid because she remembers the name Marie Wallace, you know, and take Marie Wallace's bid and then demand more money at the drop. And Gus just looking at her, and then she takes her poker face down too soon. Because then he sees that look, and he goes, ha!
He saw that, I'm winning! She had that little smirk like, I did it again!
Yep. And like, you know, so Gus picks the Russians, man. You know? And you know, Huck, Quinn, and Jake tell Abby that they lost the bidding. And Abby says Cyrus is going to kill Olivia Pope because they lost. And Abby was about to tell the president what? What was she about to tell the president when Cyrus came in and says, I need you back in the bullpen. You need to dole out those unemployment figures to the media. What was she about to do? What was she about to tell him?
She was about to tell him that Cyrus got his own covert operation going.
Yep.
Cyrus is plotting to kill Olivia.
Yeah. So, I mean, if Cyrus is getting ready, I mean, if she was getting ready to tell him that, then she needs to just tell him. Don't let the fact that he needs you to hand out some unemployment figures to CNN stop you. You need to tell the president that your right hand is getting ready to kill your girl. You don't walk out of the room because it's time to dole out some figures of unemployment. I mean, come on.
Right. You basically were risking your career, you know, imprisonment, your reputation. Hey, go all in. This is it. I gotta tell you something. I mean,
she's your best friend, right?
Right.
I don't know, man. Hey, Huck packs a bag. He packs the bag of torture, and Quinn reminds him that he promised there'd be no more blood. So we cut to the scene of what Huck's doing, and Huck
promised.
Huck's got Andrew naked and wrapped in plastic.
Man, I know Andrew regrets all the stuff he did.
he gives the vice president a shot, knocking him out. Cuts him out of the plastic with Liz in the room, and tells Liz to call 911 because the vice president collapsed. There's no blood though. There's no blood. I said there'd be no blood, and there's no blood.
All the blood is pooling at his feet, inside his body.
Inside his body.
And when the ambulance came, they saw the saran wrap around his genitals. They didn't ask any questions.
What's that about?
What is going on here?
Freaky deaky. Cyrus told Fitz that he's all over this Olivia Pope rescue. I'm all over this, man. I'll let you know everything. I got my eye on it. I'm going to keep my eye on it for you. Don't worry about anything. I'll give you blow-by-blow information.
Thanks, wink, wink. You got my back. You got my back, brother.
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah.
Sounds like it. Yeah.
Jake goes to Mama Pope to tell her Olivia's about to be handed over to the Russians. And Mama tells him, you need to go to Prescott Lake in Canada. Why? Because that's where Eli Pope is. Eli Pope is fishing at Prescott Lake in Canada. Nice. And Jake tells Eli about Olivia and what has happened. And Eli goes on the outdoor soliloquy. He talks about fishing, and he relates that to loyalty and how you can see things, and fishing is the truth. It's honest. It's unpredictable, but at least it's honest. And, this whole thing. And Jake's like, look, she's your daughter. And Eli says, I don't have a daughter.
Damn.
So we're back at the wherever Gus and his boys and Olivia are, and they're packing up because they're getting ready to make this deal to settle Olivia for $2 billion, and they're packing up. And the two Gunsels, they're starting to lose their mind. They're starting to taste the money, and Gus tells them, "I'll blast you right here, man."
I'm telling you, man, it's too much. It's too playful. It's playing around too much.
Yeah. Olivia sees the car keys on the coffee table, and she grabs them. And then when she thinks she can make a run for it, she does. But she got smacked the hell down by Gus. I mean, man, he put her down like he dropped a sack of potatoes, man. That was brutal.
Gus, I think he scoped that. I think he knows what he's doing. Now, he's an idiot, but he has moments of clarity.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was one of them. Like, the last one was, okay, I see you trying to, even though I'm asking you all these questions, I see you trying to navigate. And then this time he's like, yeah, you want to drive, just to ask.
And maybe I'm too sensitive, but, I just wish that they would leave out the smacking around of Olivia Pope, of women, out of the episode, because it's just, and maybe I'm just too sensitive, the domestic violence thing, because, okay, we lost Mark. Okay, he'll be back in a second. Because I mean, maybe I'm being unrealistic. That's fine too. I understand that. But I mean, it's a TV show. I get that. But it's just, man, every time she's assaulted, I like, God, did they have to do that? Because we live in that climate now, and it just makes me cringe. And maybe because I have 3 daughters.
It could be, Tony.
Just one of those things, man.
I mean, she's a hostage. I mean, I agree. Nobody wants to see assaults, but okay, Tony.
Okay, I'm just saying, man.
Put your big boy pants on. It's a TV show.
Abby tries to bogart her way into seeing the CIA director, and the guard at the elevator says, "No, you got an appointment." Yeah. She goes, "I'm the press secretary." He was like, "Yeah, well, you make an appointment then," And she tries to go on the elevator anyway. When he says, "Miss," she turns around. He's pulling out the gun. He's pulling out Roscoe. It's like, whoa.
Guess I'll make a phone call.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
So upstairs, though, Cyrus and the CIA director are watching the exchange go down via a satellite. And, they both agree that the asset, Olivia, when she gets exchanged, or at least the CIA director says, when that goes down, we're launching missiles from the Gulf. The minute that happens, everybody's going to die. That's the order.
Yeah.
And just about when the missiles are about to be launched, Cyrus says stop. She says launch. He says no. She says go. He says ho. Stop.
Yes.
Now
this is based, but that was Cyrus's plan, though. So he sabotaged his own plan, essentially, right?
Now, why would he do that, though?
I think he probably realized,
No, I'm killing my friend Olivia Pope.
Yeah, but he also recognized the person who was involved in the exchange.
Right.
He knew he knew that was a good person, which we'll find out.
Yeah.
We'll find out why in a moment. But,
right.
He had a moment of clarity. Those cameras are off the chain.
Man.
That was a satellite, by the way.
Yeah. He's like looking and he.
Yeah.
I know that guy. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. I know this guy.
Yeah, that's my man.
That's my boy.
My man.
My dog. That's what? It's Stephen, formerly of Olivia Pope and Associates.
That's right.
One of the original Gladiators from season 1.
The Gladiator.
Yeah. So he's there. And when Olivia sees that it's Stephen, then she knows she's good.
That's right.
But for a split second, I'm thinking, well, maybe he's gone rogue. Is it possible? And anything's possible.
It's possible.
$2 billion will make a dude go rogue.
I don't know. They've been through a lot. I mean, obviously this connection with Olivia is so strong that people will, whatever their desires and hopes and wishes and good judgment, you passed up $2 billion to help out a friend.
Yeah.
Woo! That's rough.
But as it turns out, he is on her side.
Yeah.
And she takes the gun from his hand and she turns around with expert marksmanship, shoots Gus in the knee. And he goes down and she walks over and she starts kicking him around like he's a soccer ball.
World star! That's gonna be on. That'll be on their website tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean, she starts just laying into Gus, which it's understandable why. But I mean, Stephen has to pull her away, and then they get in the car and they drive away, and she lives for another day. Cyrus, back in D.C., Cyrus tells Abby, the president doesn't know that Olivia almost died. And Abby paused for a second because Abby knows what Cyrus almost did. So I thought she was going to tell him what he once told her, that this makes you my bitch. But she didn't say that. I was kind of, because that long pause, and she had that twinkle in her eye, like, aha, I got you. But she let him off the hook.
Yeah. She'll come back to that.
Maybe she will. Olivia offers Steve his old job back. We need you back at OPA. Come on back. We'll hook it up.
Sorry, my deal is only for one episode every 4 years.
And for a moment, I thought, I kind of thought he was expecting, hey, that just saved your life, man.
A little
Come
something
on.
extra.
You know what I'm saying?
A reward.
But no, he was a total gentleman.
Yes, he was.
So she gets on the helicopter and she goes. Meanwhile, back to the VP who gave him a shot. Apparently, that shot triggered a massive stroke.
Mm-hmm.
And Melly goes.
It also triggered a gas face too. Andrew's face was crazy.
Wow,
it's a bad deal I've got.
Melly whispers in his ear, "You brought this on yourself." He's probably saying, I already know this. Do I need you in the room? I don't need you right now.
All right.
I need a miracle.
If only my lips could work. I had a lot to say.
Yes.
I'm paralyzed.
Man. So Olivia is with the CIA director. Olivia's being debriefed. That's not the first time she's been debriefed.
No, it's not.
First time she's been debriefed in this manner, though. So, and after she's debriefed, and she kind of got shook up for a second. That glass of water shook her up because it brought her a flashback to when she was captive. Yeah. And she asked for that glass of water, and it kind of like shook her up a bit, but she got through it. And then it's over, and the gladiators take Olivia Pope back to her apartment. Why would they take her back to her? That first night back, you take her back to where she got grabbed?
Hey, man, they got to get that stain out of that couch.
But, I mean, man, put her in a hotel or something the first night. Don't take her back to the apartment.
Yeah,
the scene where your life became a living hell. You take her back there where it started,
and leave her there.
Alone. Tomorrow. Yeah, I just want to sleep. I just
put all these locks together. But the security system will be activated tomorrow. All right, bye-bye.
Yeah, and that's it. Come on, man. And then Huck tells her, I was pretty sure if somebody hacked you to pieces and burned your body, I'm glad they didn't. Huck is a nut.
Yes,
Huck is and the minute he leaves, I mean, there's like 2 seconds go by, and then there's a knock at the door, and it's Fitz, the president of the United States. What was he waiting around the corner was he in a corridor waiting? I mean, that just happened so fast.
How did they not pass each other in the hall?
My point exactly. Right. How did that not happen?
Jake, how you doing?
Fitz comes calling. Did they hurt you? Did they hurt you? She goes, I wasn't raped. And then she says, guess what I learned? There are worse things than rape. And then they talk about what they've done for each other. Who's done more for the other? You know? And I got to thinking about, okay, now who has done more for the other? Let's see. She rigged an election for him. She became his mistress for him. What else has she done? She went through this living hell. That wasn't necessarily for him. Right. But
there was some scandal, this little scandal he had.
Yeah.
You know, she's worked on things that have kept him weathering the storm,
right?
So he could stay in office.
Right. So she's kept him in office through many storms.
Yeah.
What has he done for her? He went to war for her. That kind of trumps everything in a sense, doesn't it? I mean, he went to war.
One would think. Yeah.
You know, and she says you had people, you sent people into harm's way. People died for me because you, and it almost comes off like, you ungrateful little, you know,
right.
thing, you know? Right. Maybe that's the man in me. I don't know. But to me, him going to war and putting all these, and it wasn't his life, but putting all these lives on the line for her kind of trumps everything she's done for him. Just you know, maybe? No?
I think he, you know, I mean, he's blinded by his love and caring in his own, you know, crazy.
Yeah. Right.
I'm not saying it's sane. It's not a moment of sanity.
Right.
But when it comes to her, he's going to do everything he can
right.
to make sure that she's safe, including going to war.
Yeah. I mean, to me, I was like, man, you can't please a woman, man. You just can't please a woman. That's like, come on, man.
It was a war. I mean, what do you want me to do?
I don't know, man. I don't know what the deal was on that.
She was saying basically that's exactly what you were not supposed to be doing.
Right. But he did it anyway.
Because you're supposed to be better than that.
Yeah.
Ironically, we rigged all these elections. We did all these dirty tricks and things behind your back so you could stay. Basically, she was basically saying, you're the one who's supposed to be wearing the white coat, not me.
Right. It's just like, I don't know. They're never going to get past any of these issues. He could write out his presidency with no more drama, right? He could divorce Mellie, and they still ain't going to be together. And he won't divorce Mellie because she wants to be the president, so he gets to be the first gentleman, so he gets to stay in the game.
Right. Or does he want to, I don't know if he wants to stay in the game as much as he wants Mellie to do, you know, what he believes that she's capable of doing. She wants to be president, she's capable, and he doesn't want to mess that up for her. That doesn't mean he doesn't want to be in Vermont, and, you know.
But that'll never happen. It's just too much is going on, man. There's just too much has just happened. That's just not. And there'll always be something pulling them apart. Whether it's Eli Pope, whether it's Mama Pope, whether it's Jake Ballard, it's going to be something that are always going to keep them apart. To me, it just doesn't seem like it's going to happen, man.
Yeah, I mean, well, you know, everything. This is the way the cycle, you know, with them goes. There's something that draws them together.
Right.
This time it was saving her life, and ultimately it's the same thing that pulls them apart because she's pissed off about how it went down.
Sure. Yeah.
And he's confused, so he's going to go and be in the corner like, the hell? Like you said, ungrateful?
Yeah.
Ungrateful much?
Yeah. I don't know, man. So what did I miss, man? I know I missed something.
You missed the lowdown line of the night when Abby was talking about the Steven situation with Cyrus, which I felt like Abby orchestrated the situation.
Well, she's the one contacting Interpol and Stephen and all that. So she basically is the one who saved Olivia Pope.
Exactly. And then, she said, Cyrus knew who Stephen was, but he was trying to figure out the connection. And she said, once a gladiator, always a gladiator.
Right.
He said, what's a gladiator?
I mean, he's not been out of the loop.
Well,
Well, so they brought Stephen back for one episode. So are we going to see Harrison, man?
No.
We won't see Harrison at all? Cliffhanger, end of the season, nothing?
If they go to the cemetery.
No.
That's it, man.
That's it, huh? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well.
Pour one out for the homie.
Well, there you go. So that's the episode. No more blood. If you could give it a thumbs up, that thumbs up button right there, give it a thumbs up, man. You can subscribe to the channel. That would be great. Also, don't forget that there is going to be the Gladiator Convention. Gladiators Unite going on in Washington, D.C.
What's a gladiator?
What's a gladiator? It's going to be going on this summer, and we'll get you more details on that. But make your plans to join us for that. It's going to be an incredible weekend of events going on, so that'll be great. So we also have some other shows that we do. We do Men on Everything, where Mark and Troy and myself talk about the biggest stories that are going on at that time. We also do a show called I, Tony Tech, where I talk about tech news for non-geeks, something that everybody can understand.
And at Tony's iTech that's really, that may be the jewel in the crown, Tony.
You think so?
Yeah, because folks need that kind of information. It's concise, it's on point. You can watch one of Tony's iTechs and then go to your phone and hook it up, and you're good to go. You learn something that quick.
Well, yeah,
it's amazing.
No, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Money's coming to your PayPal account. When I get it, you get it. That's kind of like a line I kind of borrowed from the late Telly Savalas in real life, man. Because Telly would have money problems and he didn't have money problems. Telly used to say, "Hey, when I got it, baby, everybody's got it."
Damn.
That's how he was. He spread the love like that, man.
Wow,
When I got it, everybody. So when I got it, you got it, man. I just ain't got it right now.
Well, I feel good about this. You got more hair than Telly Savalas. So
well, there you go.
Maybe there's a chance.
There you go. And look who's back just in time as we wrap up over here. Mark Clark is rejoining us. Hopefully in a second he's rendering, giving a chance for him to say bye-bye. So is he there? I can hear him. I can't see him. You're rendering. There you are.
Yeah.
What happened, man? The battery went down, man. The battery wore down.
Man?
What happened, man?
No, but my computer. Tony, you know how these computers do it. It started to update or something and just dropped out. I was like, oh, why would it do that? I'm working.
I don't know, man. But we wrapped up, man, and
awesome.
Finished the episode, man. So I asked Troy, do you think Harrison, since Stephen came back for that one episode, will we see Harrison this season or any season moving forward if people are coming back?
Yes.
You think? Because Troy said no.
I think we might see Harrison. I think I think that was giving some love to the longtime gladiators, and I think that if you took the temperature, you wouldn't mind seeing Harrison in an episode or two.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's not that anybody doesn't want to see him. He's fired. You will not see him.
I think it's our family, man. Once a gladiator, you know the rule. Once a gladiator, always a gladiator.
And they said that in the episode, right?
They said that in the episode, but you missed me saying that even Cyrus said, "What's a gladiator?" So once you're fired, I'm sure that's probably the same thing. You're dead to me. Get out of here.
What are we going to see from Eli Pope moving forward, though? What do you think is going to happen there? He's not going to be on Prescott Lake forever fishing.
He's going to have a fishing show.
Right. He's gonna have a fishing show with long soliloquies with the fish.
With the fish. The fish are going to be like, for the love of God, someone stick a hook in me and yank me out of this water, fry me up.
I don't understand a damn thing Eli says, but I tell you what, he can find the biggest bass in this damn lake.
How do you have a hillbilly accent in Canada, man?
I'm all avooted.
Yeah, well, So that's the episode of No More Blood. Again, sharing, subscribing, that kind of stuff. It helps a lot. Helps us grow the channel, as they say. So thanks again for watching. For Troy Johnson in Washington, D.C., Mark Clark in New York City, I'm Tony Scott in St. Louis, and we'll see you soon.